In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night is a 1984 psychological Christmas horror slasher film, and it tells the story of a young boy named Billy who suffers from post-traumatic stress after witnessing his parents' murder on Christmas Eve by someone dressed in a Santa Claus suit. And certain things also lead to his upbringing in a abusive Catholic orphanage. Now, not only that, in his adulthood, he's a very awkward person and man, and the Christmas holiday season kind of leads him into a psychological breakdown, and he emerges on a killing spree wearing a Santa suit. This movie is very much different than what you would think a horror Christmas movie is. It was released November 9th, 1984. It has a runtime of 82 minutes long. The unrated version is 85 minutes long. So only 3 minutes more of unrated footage. And the budget was $750,000, and it grossed $2.5 million at the box office. So a semi-hit on its release, but it has developed a cult following and spawned a series consisting of 4 sequels, with the 4th and 5th film having no connection to this original film. Now, this movie is really different than what you think a horror Christmas slasher film is. I absolutely loved it because certain scenes in this are so synonymous with big references of top 10 countdowns, what is scary, what is not scary. The aspect of how a story about a boy who suffers post-traumatic stress by seeing his parents get murdered on Christmas Eve, a holiday that's supposed to be happy, joyful, and uplifting, gets taken down. But then he gets sent to a orphanage, a Catholic orphanage, where he's abused. Okay, something happened where the writers picked up on the Catholic abuse thing really, really far into the past, and then now it's subsequent because it's been happening all this time in Catholic orphanages, or schools for that matter, with the abuse scandals and everything. But I'll put that aside. I don't want to get into the politics of that, you know. Now, in his adulthood, it's very different. 3 years later, 8-year-old Billy and a 4-year-old Ricky are celebrating Christmas in an orphanage by Mother Superior. These nuns and people always think they have the right of way and right passage to do things because, oh, they're one with a god. Okay, whatever. She beats the children who misbehave and considers punishment to be a good thing. Like, who knew punishment could be a good thing? Well, 10 years later, in the spring of 1984, Billy turns 18 and leaves the orphanage for a normal life, and obtains a job as a stock boy at a local toy store, and support from Sister Margaret, or with support from Sister Margaret. Now, he develops a crush on one of his co-workers, Pamela. He has sexual thoughts which often are interrupted by morbid visions of his parents' murder. Now, seeing that sexual fantasy and the morbid visions of his parents being murdered is something that's really unsettling. But it works in a way, and I don't know why I'm saying it works in a way, but the aspect of it's just not what it seems. Now, basically, he gets into this thing where something triggers his sanity, or his anger, or his insanity for that way, and he utters something that punishment is good. Well, thanks to Mother Superior, he thinks punishment is good. Now, there's an interesting kill where he goes into and breaks into a house of Denise and Tommy, I believe, who are having sex. And he kind of impales Denise on a set of antlers that are hanging and throws Tommy through a window. Like, those scenes are great. But this awakens Cindy, and Billy asks if she has been nice or naughty. She says she's been nice, and he gives her the box cutter he used earlier in this. Like, oh, yeah, okay, what's going to happen now? After this, he witnesses bullies picking on 2 teenage boys and stealing their sleigh, and then he decapitates one of the boys using an axe. So the axe now is prominent and big, and it's just brutal killings and everything. But we understand the aspect of the post-traumatic stress. Now, there is a underlining factor to this. Like, a kid gets traumatized all his life for the 18 years he's seen his parents get killed, abuse at the orphanage, what's going to happen? Something like that does, make you mentally go unstable. And we see that in this. People say, oh, Billy is annoying, this and that. Well, I mean, things in his life caused him to do this. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, but certain things triggered it, and if something triggers it, something happens in your mind that you don't expect at all. This movie was fun from start to finish, and it's one of those cult classic hits where if you've never seen it, you have to check it out. But it's so, so much fun. I mean, it's definitely true about being a Christmas horror slasher film, but it's also psychological more so than ever. The aspects of what he's doing and how he's good to the nice people and naughty to the bullies makes sense. But then when good is considered the punishment of is good, or where he considers punishment to be a good thing, is different, because then he uses that as he's uttering it when he's killing someone. Really, really triggers something. I mean, listen, this is a fun movie. What else can I say? Of course, it caused some controversy when it was released because of the promotional work and the material and the story, and like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Well, I'm pretty sure that people love this movie as much as I do. For me, Silent Night, Deadly Night gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Silent Night, Deadly Night. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story as a whole? Did you, feel sympathy for Billy, or do you think that what he was doing was the right thing? Who is the real villain in this movie? And do you think that Billy was doing a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and also let me know what rating you would give Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I'll see you all in the next review video, and thank you for tuning in.